we left off, it looks like Yuta was in a tough situation. Some people were speculating Yuta was done. He's been killed, but obviously he has not. And he's still very much in the fight, right? So we have a fight on our hands. We got a little bit more background on Kenjaku's technique.
Right.
We found out Rika is almost like the storage, right? Rika's like storage.
Right.
So without Rika, he doesn't have access to all the other abilities.
Correct.
But
and that he can't use Rika right now because he's inhibiting Gojo's body, because Kenjaku's curse technique that he's currently copying is kind of running concurrent, right? It's on, and then he just only has access to Limitless and Six Eyes at the moment. So,
well, Limitless, does he have access to Six Eyes? Because I feel like he was saying, I see why Gojo needs the Six Eyes to like control all of this. So
yeah, so he has access to Six Eyes because Six Eyes is part of the body. Gotcha. So the part of Gojo's body. So he has part of the Six Eyes, and then of course Limitless, but he's still struggling, right? Especially it's funny because he's saying, you know, he has to get used to using Gojo's
the height.
The height, and you know, him swapping that one time was just not enough.
And obviously, right? Like swapping one time is not gonna give you the ability to do some of the things we've seen Gojo do.
Right.
Like I said, he's a live dog, and it looks like he's gaining some of the memories now. He's kind of deciphering some of the things that Sukuna's doing. Obviously, we're still in the gauntlet, so this was the chapter for Sukuna to be in trouble again.
Correct. But
does this trouble feel any different to you than some of the previous trouble?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It doesn't, because the fact that it ended with him about to disperse purple and not actually doing it, and we're not seeing the damage towards Sukuna, tells me something's gonna happen that's gonna kind of prevent Yuta from landing a fatal blow on Sukuna.
Yeah.
You know, whether Sukuna somehow tanks purple, or somehow something happens that prohibits purple landing on Sukuna. Something's just gonna happen. It just seems like off that cliffhanger. And we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But I don't think it's gonna, you know, Sukuna's plot armor is ridiculous at this point.
Yeah. So what I like though is the deception, right? So he acted like he was gonna do purple earlier. Well, he started the chant, right? And Sukuna's kind of just like, you kidding me? You think you're gonna hit me with that?
And
like, are you kidding? You gonna hit me with that? And then, but Yuta actually end up using blue.
Yes, so he uses blue to pull out the recorder that Unamaki uses to kind of tell Sukuna stop, right? The curse speech.
Yeah.
And that caught Sukuna off guard, because Sukuna was already like, you know, Yuta can't use no other curse techniques, right? He can only use Limitless, Six Eyes, so I don't have to worry about nothing else. And that caught him off guard because he didn't expect, you know, the curse speech to actually be used at, you know, with the user, and then that kind of set it up for Yuta to use purple, you know. So
now Sukuna's kind of like at a standstill, and it looks like from everything we've been given, purple should land, but like you said, something's gonna happen, right?
Right.
My thing is, it can't be another binding vow. It just cannot.
It can't. It can't. Yeah, it can't at this point, because I understand, you know, Sukuna is one of those, I'll probably say arguably one of the smartest villains in terms of combat that I ever like read on, or just, you know, in all the anime, because the fact how fast he can pick up on something and adapt, and he's genius. He's a genius level fighter, but there's limits to the rules as established in a particular anime universe. And I feel like, for him to use a binding vow, I think that'll be too much of a cop out. You know, I think that'll probably be like that'll be bad writing, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's no way. Come on, like,
I can't get a binding vow, and I can't get obviously we know the other troll on the internet, but it's the truth. We also can't get I haven't done this since the Heian era. It has to be even if gosh, I done forgot about the other fight now.
Urume and
and
Hakari.
Yeah,
Okay.
Even if Harume like intervenes or something, something
Oh,
or
okay.
but you have to give me something else. Like, because granted, I don't think this is it for Sukuna because I think the final blow is going to be Yuji's. So, or maybe this will just soften him up enough
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the 5 minutes to run out, and then Sukuna to be in a difficult, tough state. But Yuta doesn't. Uta's not granted the win because the 5 minutes runs out, and then Yuji has to tag himself
That
back.
makes a lot of sense. That
But
makes a lot of sense.
but it just can't be the previous two because like I feel like it's been used too many times now. You know what I mean? We need something different.
Yeah, and Reme can't come because they're in the domain class. They're within the domain itself. So it's like,
Oh yeah,
so
true.
it's like, yeah. So now it's really Giga, what you got for us, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
what's gonna happen?
I mean, but who's out there that can enter domains though?
Maki.
So where is Maki? Where Maki?
Maki,
Like
yo,
Maki?
Maki gotta, yo,
Where
come
are
on,
you?
man. Yeah, she gotta come into the fray, man. I don't know, man. And then we had that 2-week break, so I've been fiending like, yo, what's gonna happen next? Like, I
Yeah,
can't wait for this, Wednesday when leaks come out because I'm just fiending to see what's gonna happen next. Because I feel
yeah,
like the next chapter is gonna be pivotal,
yeah.
on the second half of this fight. So
So I want to throw this out there to you, and I would love for people to jump in the comment section as well. Let's say the 5 minutes does run out, right? Next chapter or whatever it runs out, right? Soon in one of the upcoming chapters. What do you suspect is gonna happen? Do you suspect Yuta dies or somehow they save Yuta?
I think Yuta's gonna slowly start to die, or something may happen that none of us could have perceived coming. Like the three options that was given to us, it may be a fourth option
Mm-hmm.
that we haven't thought about that can be a potential possibility. But I think Yuta will ultimately die, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
Bro, I'm sad to say what I kind of think is, yeah, Yuta may die, right? Or he might just be useless. And I'm sad to say that. I'm starting to think like Nobara is gonna return, and then
Right.
Yuji will be there, and then Megami's gonna like shift the control of the body a bit, and it's gonna be like the original three to kind of
Mm,
take, and I don't want that. Let me make that clear. I don't want that. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, but I'm kind of, I don't know why I'm kind of thinking because what we've been seeing them do,
Mhm.
like to stitch bodies together and use sugar for the brain and all that, for what she experienced, I'm pretty sure they could have saved her.
Yeah, because she was on the verge of death. I don't think she had died at that particular moment, and that's why they ended up promising Yuji, yeah, she has a chance, like essentially. But then we
Yeah,
haven't seen
so
anything since.
but I would much rather Toto Yuji and Yuta, maybe Maki come. I would just rather everyone there now, my man Miguel too. I would rather the cast that's there now to
Yeah,
just take Sukuna down than for it to be, any just like
yeah, any type of like,
tropes.
yes, the common tropes like, oh, friendship, the original squad, like the
Yeah,
Naruto-esque. Sometimes in certain eras it works, but after that you kind of got to evolve away from that.
yeah.
And my thing is, it's like, when we're gonna get the merger, right? Like how is it gonna happen? When we're gonna get it? Like, is
What if we
Sakura gonna wipe
don't get the
everyone out?
merger? Like that would be insane.
Yeah, when are we gonna get that? I understand that the series is coming to a close, but man, like when are we gonna get the merger? That's really what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, like if we don't get the merger, I mean, and we started getting a little bit like we got a little bit of Sakuna's backstory, but I think we need more of Kinchaku. So it's just I don't know, like like I said, I know it's ending, right? But is it this year? Or is it just like decided that okay, this is gonna, what I mean? So it could be winding down for a while till the final conclusion. I just feel like there's
Yeah,
still so much missing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So many questions, right? Like so many, man. Yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. But it seems like at the point we're at currently in the story, seems like there's a lot more material, but then within a short period of time. And hopefully we don't get, a rushed series. So, especially with all these drawn out battles, it's kind of like we got all these battles for it to be rushed in pivotal points. I doubt that's going to be the case, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you guys jump in the comment section before you do that, like and subscribe. But tell us what you see coming in the actual chapter 263 when it drops. Do you think Yuta goes? Do you think Yuta stays? Is Gojo coming? Nah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but hop in the comment section, looking out for those comments, and we'll see you in 263.